is going to be a, I would say short, but I'm not sure how long this is going to be. So this is a tutorial, and this is all based on the Vice 4 palette. So this palette was released last Thursday in stores, and I believe it was available online for probably about a week or two before that. So this baby is available in Sephora or Ulta. I'm not sure what other places that you can buy this, but I know those two places are the most popular, places that we shop for makeup. So you can definitely check that out. And yes, I love this palette. So many different options. And as promised, on another video that you see this in, I am posting a some swatches. So the swatches will be available online. I'll go ahead and post that on the blog now. So basically it's going to be under the products and reviews tab, and I'll also see if I can kind of like either link that same post or put those below this video. So just look for the video page. If I don't do a direct link, just do 7beautyinsideout.com, hit the video or tutorial page, and underneath the tutorial that you'll see for this same video, underneath that you'll see the actual pictures of the palette, the bag that came with the palette, as well as the box, and then I'll show you the swatches as well, so you guys can see that close. So just to briefly show you the palette here, this is the wonderful palette, and these two colors right here are awesome. Especially this one is a very good transition color, or either a crease color depending on how light or dark your skin is. Awesome. So I love being able to do that. I tried to stick with just the palette for this. I did dab into one other eyeshadow, the MAC Print eyeshadow, because they had a couple grays in here, cool and darker grays. However, there were basically shimmer in all of them, so I needed to find a one with a little bit less shimmer. So, but other than that, I stuck with all the eyeshadows for this look, and then I just included the full tutorial. So stay tuned to see the tutorial for this look. You'll definitely be seeing this palette in some other looks as well, because I love it, love it. Not as much as the Zoeva Cocoa Blend, that's like my #1 Ace Boon Coon palette, but this is a fast love of mine. So, all right, see you in the next video. Stay tuned for the tutorial. Okay, so getting started, I'm using the MAC Soft Brown with one of my blending brushes. And I have already primed my face with the Neutrogena Shave Foam. I have sprayed my face with a prepping spray, and then I use the MAC Mineralized Skin Finish powder, and I've applied that all over my face. So if you haven't heard of that process, that was on my Try It Tuesday video. Definitely check that out. This is a guaranteed long-lasting makeup. Working out in the gym, sweating, everything. I mean, this makes my makeup last. It's that good. Alright, so I'm using the Grip eyeshadow. So I use the soft brown pretty much underneath the brow bone, and then as a transition I'm using the Grip, and that had a lot of shimmer and not enough gray, so I used the MAC Print eyeshadow to create a little bit more depth. Alright, and then I'm going back into the palette, the Vice 4 palette again, with Deadbeat, and Deadbeat is going to go right in the crease. Right, so I'm switching up brushes, and I want to really get into that crease there, and then I've got to go back and blend. So #1 rule, doesn't make sense, blend it. All right, using the MAC Painterly Paint Pot, which is a regular flat eyeshadow brush, I am going to apply that to the lid. All right, so I'm applying it pretty much 3/4 of the lid, and I'm leaving the outer corner with the darker Deadbeat color. going back into the palette with Bones, and I'm going to apply that to the entire area that I've applied the paint pot, and just make sure that's set. You want to make sure you put powders on top of your paint pots, because if you open your eyes, then that paint pot could transfer to above your eyelid. So you don't want to do that. Make sure you set it with powder all the time. All right, so just applying a little bit more of the Dead Bones color, the darker color, then the Dead Beat, excuse me, then going back with the Bones. All right, I am using the Tarte eyeliner. I am loving this eyeliner. So good. Okay, and it's just, don't need to do the full clip of this. Just doing a wing and then lining that eye. And then I'm applying some of the L'Oreal Miss Mango Rock. And I'm going to do that before I actually apply the lashes. Now is the time for foundation. So I'm applying the foundation with Kat Von D. This is in 66D. Business as usual, other than the way that I've applied it. So normally I would set the foundation with the powder, but now I'm doing powder first and then doing the foundation over on top of it. And that's how you get your makeup to last all day. For the full video, don't forget to check out the Try It Tuesday video, because that is the full video to kind of explain everything. All right, going back with the brush that I set the powder with and kind of pressing the foundation into the skin. Moving on to the concealer, I've got the Naked Skin concealer, and I can't believe I hated this concealer when I first bought it. I mean, it is definitely almost time to buy another one. I am loving it that much. This is like butter, smooth as butter. Not butter, butter. Using my Zoeva blending brush. I love that concealer buffer blending, whatever you call it, brush. It is amazing. And blending that right on out. And I'm using I forgot this thing is still dirty. I need to clean it. I've got to clean my brushes today. But anyway, I'm using a beauty blender, and I'm kind of patting all of that in, spreading it out. And then I'm applying the banana powder to everywhere that I've applied the concealer. We will not be going in to set makeup with another powder, because I've already did that before I've applied the foundation. All right, going back into the palette, I'm using this soft brown, and I'm going to go underneath the lash line with the soft brown, and then I'm using the Dead Beat back in the palette, and I'm going along my lash line. I mean, this gives you lashes, so definitely if you do not have a lot of lower lashes, to really give you that full lash effect, you want to kind of buff a color, not buff a color, but yeah, I guess you can say kind of buff a color, or apply a little bit of color. It doesn't necessarily have to be a straight line, but just a little smidge of a color right along the lash line, and that would do you a world of good. You can definitely tell the difference when you do that. All right, so using the Makeup Forever 12 color flash palette, just going in with the white and then the peachy color there. I mixed them. All right, to contour, we're using Havana and Espresso, my favorite contour powders. And then I'm using my buffer, I believe this is a Zoeva buffer contour brush. I love that brush. I just got it not too long ago, and this brush is amazing. So I'm switching to now use this brush for contouring. Just carving out some cheekbones here, giving myself a facelift, and sucking in that fat underneath the chin there. So definitely you've got to do that if you want to kind of reduce the size of your face, cheeks, whatever. You definitely need to make sure you're contouring. And then I'm using a discontinued MAC highlighter. So I believe that's definitely defined. I don't think it was discontinued. I think it was just like the special release, I believe. Yeah. Just making sure I hit all the areas, creating a little nose there, highlighting the cheeks, forehead, and chin. Alright, so going into bronze, I'll be using the Park Avenue Princess from Tarte. And then Sasha Cosmetics Barely Plum Blush. And this is just a Sasha Kashuk, one of her powder brushes from her summer collection. And then I'm using a MAC Duo Fiber blush brush. On to the lips, I'm using MAC Plum, like my favorite lip liner, especially for the fall. It's amazing. I love it. And then I'll be using MAC Honey Love here for the lips. I love MAC Honey Love. You can use that with browns. I mean, I think everyone can use that in their life. Even if you just apply it to the pout area, it just gives you a nice effect. Very beautiful color. One of my favorite lipsticks. Alright, and then I'm just applying the MAC See-Through Lip Gloss right in the pout area to finish that look. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this tutorial, and I have swatches up on the website already for you to check out for the palette. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and forward this video to someone. Alright, see you next time.